Hello, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hi,
Yeah.
Rick.
No,
Hi.
it's okay now. Now we start
How's your evening?
It's good. Thank you very much. How are you?
Fine, just need a little bit caffeine to stay awake.
Good. No more effects from the vaccination?
No, I just had no effects.
Okay, that's good.
Just catch a little cold because I wear shorts and like t-shirts.
Shorts and t-shirt.
Yeah, it's freezing in Hanoi, so I get easily catch cold.
How cold now? What, about
It's not
17,
too cold.
18?
Yeah, it's around 17 and 18. Yeah, I
17,
believe.
18. Okay. I think here at the moment it's about 15, 16, even colder.
I think it's nothing comparing to where you live.
That's right. Yeah. I think you'd find it a little bit cold here. Yeah. How are you, Mrs. Ha?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Good to see you. How was your lesson this morning?
This lesson this morning was okay, was fine.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
because it's
Okay.
a good class.
Oh, that's great. Any
Yeah.
more COVID in Hanoi today?
Oh, it's so many.
A lot.
Yeah, it's a lot now.
A lot.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the class for today. What we're going to be doing today is a little bit of speaking, and we're also going to be mostly working on paraphrasing. I think paraphrasing practice is a good idea because you need it for both writing tasks 1 and 2, of course. So we're going to be doing a little bit on writing task 1, and then we're going to concentrate on writing task 2. And I've got a little test for you that I've made up as well, just for a little bit of a change. But first of all, we're going to do a little bit of speaking. So can I have your cameras all on, please? Can you please turn your cameras on?
Các con bật hết camera lên đi.
Hey, hi, Paula. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. How was the test yesterday?
Yeah, it was pretty well.
Oh, good. Good for you. That's great. Well done. Okay, Tone, how are you?
I'm pretty well.
Good. Good. Hello, Viet Lin.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Good. Are you feeling better this week, Michael?
Yeah, I am.
A little bit better.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, Nock. How are you, Nock?
I'm okay.
Good. Good. Hello, Gao Khan. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Hakan, have you played any football this week?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No football this week. Okay. Hello, Zung Ha. I can't see her. Hope you can hear me, Zung Ha. And Kian, how are you, Kian?
I'm fine. Hello.
Good. Hello. Okay. Good to have you all here. So the only one I can't see or hear is Zung Ha. So hopefully she will come shortly. Okay. So I'm going to show you the lesson sheet for today. And here it is now. By the way, just before we start, have any of you got any questions for me? Any questions? Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with a little bit of speaking. So I don't have any duration or time limit for you to talk about this, but this is the topic of tonight's talk. Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible? All right, so I want you to choose one. Give me examples of things that maybe you could do if you were able to fly or if you were invisible. And then I want you to finish with a one-sentence conclusion. For example, and that's why I would rather be able to fly than be invisible, if that's what you've chosen. All right, so I'm going to give you just a minute to think about this, and then I will go quickly through everyone. So like I say, there's no time limit on this for you. You don't have to make it 2 minutes long. If you only make it a minute long, that's fine. But what I'm looking for is a fluent talk about being able to fly or be invisible. Which one would you choose and why? Some examples and a tidy conclusion. Okay. Okay, Viet Lin, I'm going to start with you, please.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Viet Lin, whenever you're ready, please.
Okay. I would rather be able to fly than be invisible because honestly, I couldn't find a practical reason to wanting to be invisible. And to me, flying is more practical. I can skip all the traffic jam in my city and reach my destination faster because I always find that the time that I used to spend on the road is always boring and always too long, I guess. So that is why I would rather be able to fly than be invisible.
Okay, Viet Lin, that was very good. Excellent. So the only thing I'm going to ask you to do with a talk like this is not to say things like, I guess, okay?
So I would use I think.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's better, or even not say that at all. Yeah, I know why you are using it. You're using it as a little bit of a filler while you are thinking of the next thing to say. Okay, but in order to make you sound a little bit more fluent, if you can get away without saying it, please do so. All right.
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
I will
but
try.
otherwise, Violin, that was very good. Okay, excellent English. Okay, it was very fluent, and you gave me a good conclusion. All right, so it sounded like a good, tidy 1 minute talk. So well done. Thank you, Violin. Okay, Michael, your turn, please.
Yes, I would rather having able to fly than to having able to be invisible because if I can fly, I can travel easier. I won't need my parents to take me to school. I can watch the scene, watch the sky if I wanted to. I mean, being able to invisible doesn't give too much advantage because being invisible may have you in some um, situation. Yeah, it may have you in some situation like if you are being chased by some bad guys. Overall, I would choose to be able to fly because it have more advantage.
Okay, so just starting at the end there, Michael. So I choose to be able to fly because it has more advantages.
Oh.
Okay, remember to make these things plural.
Okay.
Okay, so what I liked about what you did, Michael, was that you did it at a good pace and that you weren't, you didn't panic when you couldn't think of the word situation. Okay, that was good. I know you were searching for the word, and finally it came to you. And that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm glad you didn't panic.
Yeah.
All right. Some people would have panicked and stopped altogether and said, oh, no, I better start again. All right, which is not good. But you kept going. So that was really good. So if that ever happens to you, and this applies to the rest of you too, if you have your mind go blank for a few seconds and you're thinking, what is the word? What is the word? Okay, don't worry about stopping talking for 2 or 3 seconds, just like Michael did. Okay. And the word comes and then just carry on. Or if it doesn't come, carry on anyway. But the main thing is don't panic with these things. So that was good, Michael. Thank you. So just watch your plurals, please.
Yes,
They need S's on the end. Okay, hello, Nock, your turn.
Uh, well, actually, I prefer to flying. I prefer flying to being invisible because, I'm a procrastinate person. As a result, I always go to school late and get stuck in gridlock. So I think I need wings in order to fly over other vehicles and go to school faster. And being invisible, I cannot find the reasons why I need this ability. So I think flying is more suitable for me.
Okay, that's the end, Nock. Hello, Nock, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, yes, obviously that was the end. That was very good, Nock. Okay, I like the way that you also talked about invisible as well. That was good, that you used, even though you couldn't think of any advantages, at least you mentioned invisible. The only English mistake I heard you make was you said that you were a procrastinator person, all right? In English, you would just say, I'm a procrastinator. All right, you don't need to say I'm a procrastinator person. Just say I'm a procrastinator. All right, but I'm glad you know that word. That's very good, very useful word to have. I'm a procrastinator too sometimes, so I know how you feel. So that's the only thing, Nock, but that was very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Hakan.
Hello.
Hello, right, whenever you're ready, please, Hakan.
Okay, I would rather choose I can fly than can be invisible. Well, in Vietnam, traffic jam is a very popular problem. So if I can fly, I can move very easily. And also, watching everything from a high height is also an interesting thing to do. Yeah, although invisible is a good ability, but I feel that if I can fly, it can help me more in my life. So that's why I would rather choose fly than being invisible.
Okay, excellent, Hakan, excellent. Okay, your English was perfect. Okay, you had a good pace. I like the way you didn't rush, and I also liked your ending. So that was very good, Hakan. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
the only thing you could do to make it longer, I think, and this applies to all the other ones that I've heard so far, is maybe think of a couple of examples about being invisible. All right. So you can
Okay.
still, so you can say, if I was invisible, maybe I could get into class late and no one would, the teacher wouldn't notice. But I don't think that's much of an advantage. You could say
Okay.
something like that, but that would help make your talk longer if you needed to make it longer. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Hakan. Okay, Paula. Hi, Paula. Your turn, please. Oh, sorry, Paula. Sorry, I can't hear you. Do you mind starting again? For some reason, I can't hear you on that connection.
Chắc là con lấy cái iPad mà vào đi, đừng dùng cái máy tính nữa.
Hello, Paula. You're very faint. I can only just hear you.
Tiếng bé lắm, hoặc là cầm cái mic vào. Cái máy tính nó rất là nhạt, tiếng nó nhỏ. iPad.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Ha. All right. Paula, just wait, please. Okay. And I instead will ask Nam. Hello, you Nam.
Hello.
Hello, whenever you're ready, please.
When it comes to choosing between to be able to fly or to be invisible, I would think that I choose to be able to fly because I have thoughts about being a pilot someday, you know, because when you fly in the sky, I think you have a beautiful view, a beautiful scenery, and when sunset or and when the sun is rising up, and to me that's a precious view. And to be able to be invisible, I think I could just sneak into like parties without people noticing, and it doesn't mean much to me. So yeah, I would rather to be able to fly rather than be able to be invisible.
Okay, Yunnan, that was very good. So what you were saying, everything you were saying was very good. And I like the way you use an example about being invisible, about going into parties, but saying that doesn't really matter to you, doesn't bother you. So the only thing I think you need to improve is just to sound a little bit more confident.
Yeah, I have a little bit of struggle.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
things didn't go the way I planned it.
It's still, but what you were saying, the things you were saying were okay. All right.
Okay.
So just try, and one of the things to making you sound a little bit more confident is to make sure that you finish your sentences confidently going on a down pitch.
Because I try to be a little excited to make it funny.
Yeah, that's fine too. That's fine. But just a couple of the sentences you said, you were talking about when you were being a pilot and you were looking, I think you were talking about maybe looking at the sunrise, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said basically, I think looking at the view would be really good. Something like that. That's how it sounded. Okay. And that made it sound like you were a little bit unsure. All right.
Yeah, because I said view, and then I have thoughts in my head that I would like to use scenery, but I don't think that's fit.
No. Yeah, and that's fine, but you just have to get used to that. Doing that, if you do that sort of sentence, just to finish it on a downward pitch. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Just remember to try and finish your sentences going down. If you finish them going up, like I just did then, I like the view. It makes it sound like you are a little bit unsure. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all. But all the things you said were fine. Okay. All right. No mistakes. That's great. Okay. Okay. Zung Ha, please.
So I would rather have ability to fly than to be invisible because I think if I can fly, I will have it will have many advantages more than to be invisible. Like I would travel faster to school if I overslept, or I can go on holiday to many places at once. Or however, if I have ability to be invisible, I think it also has advantage, but many will be in negative ways. Like if I late for school, teacher wouldn't notice, or I go to any people's house or my friend's house and sneak in, they won't able notice. So that's why I would choose ability to fly than to be invisible.
Okay, great ending, Zung Ha. And by the way, welcome to the class. Sorry, I didn't get to see or talk to you before we started. So
Though I get before, but my Zoom was get lag, so I have to out and go in the class again.
sure, no worries, no problem, Zung Ha. It's nice to see you. Okay, so a good talk. Just a couple of things to correct. Just remember plurals. You talked about advantage when you meant to say advantages. Okay, a couple of times. And also watch your little articles such as the. Okay, I heard you say, you said have ability, whereas you meant to say have the ability in one sentence. And then you talked about teacher at the class, when you should say the teacher, of course. Okay? So just those little things, Zung Ha. Sorry, you've got your microphone off. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
So just remember to be careful of the words that need an S on the end, the words that need to be plural, like advantages. I heard a couple of times, and those articles like the teacher. I have the ability to fly or the ability to be invisible. Otherwise, the rest of that was fine. Thank you, Zung Ha.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Tone, your turn, please.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, please, Tone.
Well, I think I would rather choose to be invisible than like be able to fly. I can take a lot of advantages and abilities that I can do if I can fly. Like I can go to school faster, or I can view the city at a very high place. But the only big thing that I don't really want to is I don't want to like have a lot of attention from the media and the people. Like if I'm the only person that can fly, everybody look at me at very strange eyes, and I don't think that I would like. So I prefer to be invisible. Although I don't think I I can think about any ability that I can do with invisibility, but I think I will choose invisible. Yeah.
Okay, what was your last sentence, please, Tone? Can you give me your last sentence again, please?
So I would choose to be invisible.
You would choose to be invisible. Okay, that's good. All right. So again, the same as Nam, you just need to be a little bit more confident when you are talking. All right. So your ideas are fine and your English is fine, but I just need you to sound more confident. You're just sounding a little bit hesitant. All right. And I can hear that because you are pausing before you say the last words of sentences a few times.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
if you are going to pause, best place to pause is between the sentences. Okay. Unless, like I said before to Michael, unless you can't really think of a word, then it's okay to stop, of course, and then start again. But if you're going to make a pause, best to make it between the sentences. Otherwise, the rest of that was fine. Thank you, Tone. Okay, Kian.
Yes. Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Whenever you're ready, Kian. Thank you.
I would rather have the ability to fly because I can get anywhere I want faster and up there there's no traffic jams on the sky, and plus the stunning scenery on there, the sunset, and yeah, and plus the fresh air too. So we really like to have the ability to fly, but about the ability to invisible, I think it's kind of cool, but it's kind of subtle when like no one can see you, and no one can recognize you, and you would be kind of lonely, and your existence kind of just about removed. So I would always choose the ability to fly over the ability to be visible.
Okay, that was very good, Kian. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so your English was good, Kian. All right. I would just be, if you were doing this in a test situation, I would just be careful of using phrases like it's kind of cool. Okay, maybe that language is a little bit too informal. All right, for a test situation.
Okay.
So you'll be better just to use a word like very cool. I think it's very cool, rather than kind of cool. All right, which is obviously is fine for informal conversation, but for a test situation, I would just be a little bit careful of that. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Kian. All right, Gao Khan. Hello, Gao Khan.
Yeah.
All right, Gao Khan, whenever you're ready, please.
I would rather be able to fly because when I can fly, I don't need any vehicle to go. I can go anywhere with fastest speed. Also, I can have a good. Also, I can have a wide vision to see many beautiful places, and that's why I choose fly than invisible.
Okay, that was good, Gao Khan. Just be careful that you are using the right form of the word, though. Your last sentence, that is why I would choose flying instead of being invisible. All right, if that's why, if that's how you choose to express that sentence. Or you could just say, that's why I would rather be able to fly than be invisible. Okay, but the rest of that was fine, Gao Khan. All right. So thank you. Well done. All right. Paula, do we have you back?
Yeah, you got me back.
Okay, that's great. Whenever you're ready, please,
Okay.
Paula.
So if possible, I think I would like to fly. I think that flying would give you a really novel experience and then go out and about without having to buy tickets or queue up to get on the plane. Also, traffic congestion is one of the main reasons. Flying means that you don't have to be stuck in traffic. So I think it would be a really convenient means of transport. That's why I think flying is a really useful ability to have.
Okay, that's very good, Paula. So I like phrases like traffic congestion. That's excellent. Shows good knowledge of English. So the only thing that was missing from your talk was a little bit about invisibility, all right? And maybe like some of the others did, you could think of one or two examples of where invisibility might be useful, but that you'd still rather be able to fly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to make your talk, I know I didn't put any time limit on that, so that's fine, Paula. But if you needed to make your talk longer, then you would need to talk a little bit about invisibility as well. And just like I say, a few examples, but then why that wouldn't be so useful to you. And that would help you to use up maybe another 30 seconds or so if you had to talk for 2 minutes. That's all. But otherwise, excellent English, Paula. Thank you. All right. Thank you all for doing that exercise. You're all getting better at that, actually. So the main thing I want you to take out of that, most of your English was actually pretty good with that. The main thing I want you to take out of this one is just to practice sounding a little bit more confident. All right. I know this is hard because sometimes you are having to think of words as you are saying them, but just to practice speaking in complete sentences. Maybe this is the sort of thing you can do at night when you're lying in bed and before you go to sleep. Okay, just practice 2 or 3 English sentences in your head where you finish the sentence going on a downward pitch. All right, instead of upward, or instead of finishing a sentence like this, I think being able to fly would be good, I guess. All right, that doesn't sound very confident or fluent. You would say, I think that's why learning to fly would be really great. All right, that will sound much more confident to an examiner that you are finishing a sentence on a downward pitch. Are there any questions about that? Great. Okay. Next thing I'm going to get you to do, and we're speaking, a short test. As you can see, this is an email. All right, this email contains 15 mistakes, grammar, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. What I want you to do, I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this, is look through this and make a list of the things you think need correcting. All right, there are 15 of them, 15. So I'm just going to give you a few minutes to do this. Just make a list for yourself. You don't need to write this on screen anywhere, and then I will come and ask you. Okay, so you have 3 or 4 minutes to do this now. Thank you. So just a reminder, you don't need to change any words, okay? It's grammar, spelling, and punctuation. So you don't need to take out any words or put in any new words.
Mail out. Teacher,
Sorry, was that a question? Yeah.
mail out.
Okay,
Sorry, what was that?
He wants to go out. He wants to go out.
Oh, wants to go out. Okay.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay, just another 2 minutes to do this. Speaking of invisibility, Mrs. Ha, there's a famous story called The Invisible Man about, I don't know if you've seen this. It's about a man who becomes invisible. And at first he thinks it's great because, he can go to all these places and see all these things and no one can see him. But then, of course, it becomes kind of lonely because when he tries to talk to people or touch people, they can't see him, so they're scared.
Có đây rồi, trà vi sinh nó gửi chị đây. Không, em cứ nói đi. Em cứ nói đi.
Okay, 1 more minute, everyone.
Thế còn cái này mình như nào? Tức là bây giờ tóm lại là
Excuse me.
Yes.
I have got into some troubles with my internet connection, so actually I don't know what you are doing right now.
Sorry, you can't see the screen, Nock?
No, but I cannot see the link right now.
I think she doesn't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So you can see, but you can see the screen, Nock?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Yes. So all you're doing is looking for 15 mistakes in this email, okay?
Okay.
15, there are 15 grammar, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. See how many mistakes you can find, okay? And just make a note of them for yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think time is almost up. I hope that was nothing serious, Mrs. Ha.
Sorry, I'm looking because I have some problem with my colleague.
Okay,
Yeah,
right. Nothing serious.
Yeah, no. She's calling to ask because I'm doing the report.
All right, you're trying to do 2 jobs at once. Okay, all right. I'll start with you again, Viet Lin.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Viet Lin, what is the first mistake you have found?
Unsatisfaction.
Correct. What should it be?
Dissatisfaction.
Correct.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Let me show you. I'll go down the page to where I have the answers. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes, I can
Down
see it.
bottom of the screen. Yes, you're right. So it should be dissatisfaction. All right. Well done, Viet Lin. The first mistake, unsatisfaction, should be I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction. Michael, what is mistake number 2?
With both the
With both the.
with both of the.
No, that is fine, Michael. With both, that is fine. That is fine. All right. Okay, Nock, what is the next mistake then?
I think it's in the second sentence. I think I bought a non-smoking dark room instead of.
Okay, All right, you are correct, but there are 2 more mistakes before that, Knock, okay? There are 2 more mistakes before that, but you are right. So I had booked, this should be non-smoking, okay? Okay, Knock?
Okay.
Yeah, you are correct. So that should be non-smoking, not smoking, all right? But there are 2 more mistakes before that. Hakan.
Hello.
Okay, Hakan, there are 2 mistakes in the second line. Can you tell me what they are?
From the I had book, right?
No, that is fine. That is
Oh,
fine.
no, I want to ask that you say that there are 2 mistakes in what sentence?
2 mistakes in the second line. The second line.
You mean the accommodation
Correct.
from?
Correct.
Okay. I think in the service that I received.
No. Remember, I said you don't need to add or take out any words. All right.
Yeah.
We're just looking at grammar, spelling, and punctuation. All right.
And the service I have received. I think the service I have received.
You could say I have received, but it's okay to miss it out. It is okay to miss it out. All right. So like I said, all right. Okay. All right. So can anyone tell me what the 2 mistakes are in line number 2, please?
Is what about the spelling of accommodation and receive?
Correct. Yes. Well done. All right. I'll show you. It's more. Okay. Accommodation should be spelt with 2 C's. All right. Accommodation and service I received. Okay. Received is spelt E-I, not I-E. There is a rhyme that people in Western countries, all children in Western countries learn, that goes like this. All right, I'll just send this to you now. All right, all children in Western countries, English-speaking countries, I should say, I before E except after C. We all learn this as children to help us spelling words that have an IE in them. I before E except after C. So in this case, received has got an I and an E in it. All right. So I comes before E except after C. So the spelling should be this, EI. So in a word like friend, for example, which is spelled F-R-I-E-N-D, the I comes before the E. All right, but in a word like received, which has also got an I-E in it, because the I and E come after the C, it then becomes EI. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah,
I before
it makes
E,
sense.
I before E except after C. Okay, good. All right, and we've already done this one, non-smoking double room. All right, and there was another mistake there. Double room should actually be 2 words. So I'm going to go very quickly through the rest of this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Did anyone find 15 mistakes, by the way? Anyone find 15?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Paula?
I found 14.
14, okay. What I will do now is go quickly through the answers, all right? Because I want to get on and do the rest of what we've got planned for tonight. See, tell me which one you didn't get, Paula. I'm going to show you all the answers now, okay? So the next one was rather unpolite receptionist, okay? Impolite is the correct word, impolite. Impolite is the opposite of polite, not unpolite. All right, the next one, fifth floor should have a hyphen between fifth and floor. It was a fifth floor room. All right, should be a hyphen. The lift was out of order. All right, that was quite an easy one. Out of order are 3 separate words. Same with the next example. Even though, 2 separate words. Even though I had a number of heavy bags. Next one, nobody offered. Nobody is 1 word, not 2 words. Nobody offered. Moreover is 1 word, not 2 words. Moreover. Incorrect is the opposite of correct, not incorrect. All right. Someone is 1 word, not 2 words. Ill-equipped. There were 2 things wrong with this. It was missing a hyphen and it was missing a P. That's how you spell ill-equipped. And the last one was website. I'm sure most of you know this. Website is 1 word, not 2 words. All right. So Paula, which one did one did you miss?
I miss a nobody.
Sorry, you missed the nobody. Oh, Paula, the easy one.
Yeah.
You got the other
I
ones. That
didn't
was
know.
okay. Well done getting the other ones. Okay, so Paula got 14. Did anyone else get 14? Okay, anyone else get 13?
Me.
Remember that I get 10.
I get 13.
You got, okay. Sorry, you got 13.
Me, I get 13.
Oh, that's great. That's great, Kian. Well done. Which 2 did you miss, Kian?
The receive and the even though one because I read
Sure.
it.
Okay. All right. Received is a hard one. All right, because it looks correct and it is almost correct. Just that IE can be a little bit confusing sometimes. Okay. So well done, Paula, getting 14, and well done, Kian, getting 13. That's pretty good. I think 90% of native speakers would not get 15 mistakes on that. They wouldn't be able to find them. All right. So that wasn't super easy, but you should have got 12, 13. All right. If you want to try and get a 7 on the Ielts test, you should be up around 12, 13. Okay. Thank you for that. So back to our lesson. All right. What we're going to do after we have a very short break for standing up is we're going to revisit the format of task 1 that we looked at last week, paraphrase the graph title, and I'm also going to talk a little bit to you about writing task 2, okay, and how you write the introduction to that. But first of all, we're just going to have a short break for 2 minutes because I'm very interested in health type things, and I do quite a lot of reading and research into little things that can help you lead a healthier life. One of the things that I found out about was that you shouldn't sit down for more than 1 hour at a time. You should try to stand up for at least 1 or 2 minutes every hour. This has big advantages for your blood pressure, for helping keep a disease like diabetes away from you, and helps the blood circulation throughout your body, and it also helps the blood circulation to your brain. So they've done studies where people actually think better once they can stand up a little bit, which is why in a lot of Western offices now, I don't know if they have the same in Vietnamese offices, but you can have a standing desk if you want. So instead of sitting at your desk all day, you can raise your desk up so you can stand at it and work sometimes. So standing up, just standing up for 1 or 2 minutes instead of sitting down all the time has big advantages. And I mention this to you because I know as students, you spend a lot of your day sitting down. So even if you can just stand up for 1 or 2 minutes every hour, don't have to do any more exercise, just stand up. Simple as that, okay? It has big health benefits, all right? So I'm going to stand up and I'll be back with you in 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, welcome back, everyone. And if any of you are interested, try looking up online the benefits of standing up. And there are quite a few of them. And like I say, all you have to do is just stand up for 1 or 2 minutes every hour. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be looking at where's it gone? I just have to find the right document. Hang on just a moment. Okay. Don't want to share that one with you right now. All right, this is the one I want to share with you. Okay. All right, so you will remember last week that we looked at making a plan for writing task 1. All right, we came up with, or I told you about the acronym POT, which stands for Paraphrase, Overview, and 2 detail paragraphs. So you write 4 paragraphs in your answer to writing task 1, paraphrase, overview, and 2 detail paragraphs. And you remember that by just thinking of the acronym POT. POT. So what I'm going to get you to practice now is I want you to paraphrase the title of the above graph. Remember, we looked at this graph last week. The title of the graph is this. The graph shows the most popular sports watched by different age groups in an average European city. Okay, so I'm going to share this document with you so you can write on it. And what I want you to do is to paraphrase this. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to do this because it shouldn't take very long. There are not many words to change in this. Remembering that paraphrase, you just need to choose some synonyms, all right, to replace some of the words, but not all of the words. So I'm going to, as I say, share this document with you now so that you can write on it. And I'm going to give you a few minutes to do your paraphrase, and then I'll check them. All right, so you should be able to see that link in the chat box. Can you please click on the link and do the paraphrase? Thank you. Any questions before you start?
I guess no.
Okay. All right, just another couple of minutes and we'll go through the paraphrases. Okay, just a few more seconds. Okay. I'll start at the top because those are the ones that are easiest for me to see. Nam, can you read me?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me just fix here. I don't want this to be. Okay.
Okay, can you read it for me, please, Nam? Your one.
The graph illustrates the most attractive sport followed by different age groups in an average European city.
Okay, the graph illustrates the most attractive sports. I don't think attractive is a good synonym for popular in this case. Okay, it means something slightly different. Yes, significant will be better. Okay. Attractive means is the sport attractive to watch? Okay, and it's slightly different.
Like that?
Followed by different age groups in an average European city. Okay, that's not bad, Nam. Okay, good. All right, Paula. Hello, Paula.
Hi.
Can you read can you read your paraphrase, please?
The graph depicts the preference for the most popular sports watched by different age groups in an average European city.
Oh, sorry, I didn't let everyone see what you've written, Paula. Now we can. The graph depicts the preference for the most popular sports watched by different age groups in an average European city. That's very good, Paula. Okay, preference, okay, is an excellent use of the word for a paraphrase here. All right, and depicts is good as well. Your one was good too. Nam, illustrates is a good one for shows, and depicts is good too, Paula. So that's great. Well done. Zung Ha.
Yes.
Can you read it for me, please? Your paraphrase.
The graph describes the most well-known sports watched by different age groups in an average European city.
Okay, so the only thing missing is you should have an S on the end of describes. Yes, that's right. Describes the most well-known sports watched by different age groups in an average European city. Well-known, popular, yes, maybe get away with that. Okay, but at least the sentence is now good English. All right, thank you, Zung Ha. Viet Lin, please.
The diagram describes the most well-liked sports watched by various age groups in an average European city.
Okay, that's pretty good, Viet Lin. All right, so with the average European city, there's no real paraphrase for that. You would still need to use that. So you are correct with keeping that. There's no easy other way to say that. And that's why the most well-liked sports, the only thing I would say, you would still need to use graph. Okay, Viet Lin, because it's not really a diagram. Diagram is something a little bit different. It is a graph. And again, so you would have to use the word graph. Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right. So graph is one of the words you can't change. Average European city is also a phrase you can't change. All right, but the other ones you can change. All right, that's fine. Hakan, can you read me yours, please?
The graph describes the number of people in European city in different age who watch famous sport in an average.
Okay, all right. So your sentence is a little bit confused, Hakan. All right. So the first thing you need to do is you need to put an S on the end of describes. Okay. You need to have average, the average needs to go here, average European city. So it should be the graph describes the number of people in an average European city in different age groups who enjoy watching popular sports.
Okay.
Is what you should say, Hakan, if you are going to say it this way. The graph describes the number of people in an average European city in different age groups who enjoy watching popular sports.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, but can I ask that famous is better
Yeah.
or not?
Yeah, I think more, I don't think famous again is a good paraphrase. Okay, you need to
Okay.
think of.
I just want to ask famous
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
good to paraphrase with
Yeah, I don't think.
popular.
Yeah, I don't think famous is a good paraphrase. So popular means they are well-liked sports, but not necessarily famous sports. Famous means something different, slightly different.
Yeah, famous.
So
you mean that is in the higher, right? Higher level than popular.
that
You mean that?
that's right. Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay, so we've done Paula. Kian, can you read yours for me, please?
The graph demonstrates the most popular sporting events watched by 3 different age groups in an average European city.
Okay, Kian, well done. And I'm going to give you extra marks, Kian, because you're the first person, okay, who has said 3 different age groups. All right, that's excellent. All right, so you have expanded on the original one, okay, by putting in the 3 different age groups. That's really good. I'm glad you noticed that. All right, you could almost have said as well the 5 most popular sports. Is there 5? Sorry, there's 6. 6 most popular sports watched by 3 different age groups in an average European city. So that's very good, Kian. Well done. Okay, Knock. Hello, Knock.
Here.
Okay, can you
here.
read your, can you read your paraphrase, please?
Okay. The graph displays the trend of watching some sport activities in different age groups in average in a European city.
Okay, so the main change I would make to that, trend is a good one to use, Knock. Well done. Okay, that's good. What I was just saying about how many sports they are, what could you replace some with?
3.
No, not 3, but how many sports are there?
6, I
Yes,
think.
yes. So the graph displays the trend of watching 6 sports or 6 different sports, okay? In 3 different age groups in an average European city would be a good paraphrase. Would you like me to repeat that? The graph displays the trend of watching 3 different sports in, 6 different sports in 3 different age groups in an average European city. Does that make sense now, Knock?
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, okay. So as I was saying before to the others, you can't change average European city. Okay, there's no easy way to paraphrase that. So you just have to keep that the same. All right, but you can put in the number of sports and you can put in the number of different age groups. Okay, Michael. Yeah.
The graph illustrates the most popular sports watched regularly by different age groups in an average European city.
Okay, that's good. That's good, Michael. So again, the only thing is I would put in the number of sports and the number of age groups. And if I really wanted to be a little bit more clever, I would actually put in the names of the sports. Although I did mention last week that if you get a list of more than 5, maybe it's too many to put in. Okay, but you could probably get away with 6 in this case. So you could say the most popular sports: soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket, watched by 3 different age groups in an average European city. Okay, Michael?
Okay.
Okay, but otherwise that's fine. Okay. All right, who's next? Is this you, Hakan?
Oh, it's Khao Khan.
Oh, sorry, it's Galkan. Okay, Galkan. Hello, Galkan.
I'm here.
Okay, Galkan, can you please read your paraphrase for me?
The graph introduced the most favorite sports, which is watched often by different age group in an average European city.
Okay, good reading, Galkan. That's good. So what I just need to change here, just a couple of spelling things. The graph introduces, okay, needs to be plural. The graph introduces. Which it is are, not is, all right? A-R-E. The graph introduces the most favorite sports, which are watched often by different age groups in an average European city. Okay, the rest of that is fine. Thank you, Galkan. Okay, Tone.
Yeah, the graph gives information about most popular sports watched regularly by 3 different age groups in red European cities.
Okay, the only thing I'm going to correct with that, Galkan, if you are going to say most popular sports, you probably need to say the 6 most popular sports. Okay, there needs to be a the before the 6. All right. If you wouldn't need the if you took out most. Okay, if you didn't have most in there, you wouldn't need the, but because you've put most in, you do need the. A little bit hard to explain, but if the sentence was about 6 popular sports, you wouldn't need the, but because most is there, you do need a the. Watched regularly by the different age groups. You could have 3 different age groups in average European cities. Okay, the rest of that is fine, Tone. Thank you. All right, any questions about that? I'll just read you my paraphrase. All right, my paraphrase is: the graph illustrates the 6 sports enjoyed by different age groups ranging from 15 to 41 plus in an average European city. Okay, so what I have done in my paraphrase is that I've mentioned the ages of the groups, the age groups. I've said 15 to 41 plus. This graph illustrates 6 sports enjoyed by different age groups ranging from 15 to 41 plus in an average European city. And that would show the examiner that I understand what the age groups are. So remember, the paraphrase is a test of 2 things. One, that you know some synonyms, okay? which most of you have done a pretty good job of. And the other thing is that to show the examiner you understand what the graph is about. And one way you can show that is by just mentioning or giving it in a little bit more detail about the age groups, or as I said before, the sports. You could actually have made a list of the sports if you wanted. Although, like I was saying, once you get more than 5, it gets a little bit much. Some of these graphs will show something like 10 or 12. So words like illustrates instead of shows, describes and displays are great synonyms. So well done for choosing those. Any questions about that? All right. What I'm going to do now is give you a brief introduction, and I can see we're going to run out of time, but never mind, because we can do more of this next week. A brief introduction to writing task 2, which also involves paraphrasing. I'll read this very quickly for you. Task 2 is a 250-word essay consisting of an introduction and conclusion plus 2 or 3 body paragraphs. So 4 or 5 paragraphs in total is what your answer will be. It's worth 66% of your total writing marks, and it should take you about 40 minutes to complete. So in the Ielts test, you have 1 hour to do writing tasks 1 and 2. Writing task 1 should take you about 20 minutes. Writing task 2 should take you 40 minutes and 250 words, which actually isn't very many. All right, so you do have time to plan your essay. You don't have to start writing things straight away. So your introduction to your task 2 essay must contain 2 statements: a paraphrase of the essay question and what is called a thesis statement, which is a direct answer to the essay question and an introduction to your ideas. Okay, so the introduction, your first paragraph should be less than 50 words. It should be brief. Now, I've given you a sample question here, and I've given you an example of a paraphrase and a thesis statement. So the sample question is, the best way to improve health is to do regular exercise. To what extent do you agree? Now, these task 2 essay questions, they will all pretty much ask you one of these, okay? One of these. To what extent do you agree is the same as giving your opinion. So they will ask you your opinion by giving you a question like this: to what extent do you agree? They will say, please discuss. Please discuss is another way of saying what are the advantages and disadvantages of a certain thing. The best way to improve health is to do regular exercise. The next sentence could say, please discuss. All these things, whether they say, give your opinion, please discuss, what are the advantages and disadvantages, all basically mean the same thing. So don't be confused or put off by these different wordings that they have in the second sentence. They all basically mean the same thing. You have to give your opinion on what the question is and also mention the advantages and disadvantages of whatever it might be. I hope that makes sense. But generally, what you will see is something to do with giving your opinion, a discussion, mentioning advantages and disadvantages, coming up with solutions. It all basically means the same thing. So don't be put off when you see these different words, you still answer the question pretty much the same way. That is, you give your opinion and you look for advantages and disadvantages. So, going back to this, your introduction to the task 2 essay must contain a paraphrase of the essay question and a thesis statement. So, my paraphrase of this, the best way to improve health is to do regular exercise, is this. The most effective method in developing and improving health is considered to be daily exercise. Now, there are lots of different ways you can paraphrase this, okay? I've just given you my example, but there are lots of different ways you could do that. And next week, I will give you some examples to practice on. You'll see that I haven't made this very long. All right, again, I've only written a 1-sentence paraphrase because there's a 1-sentence question. Now, my thesis statement, all right, I have to give my opinion. In my opinion, I agree that exercise is the key to health. However, I also believe that diet is important. How do I know that diet's important? Because I've taken 5 minutes to think about the actual question. So you would also have 5 minutes. Remember, you've got 40 minutes to write 250 words, not very many. You've got 5 minutes to just think about your opinion to a particular question. And in the 5 minutes that I was thinking about this, I thought that, yeah, regular exercise is a good way of improving your health, but there are other things such as what you eat. That is diet. All right, then for the rest of the essay, I would answer these 3 questions, give some examples, and then give a conclusion. But we'll look at that later on. So the key thing I want you to take away from this lesson this time is just to remember that in your task 2 essay question, your first paragraph must have a paraphrase of the question and also a thesis statement, which is how you are going to answer the question. And in this case, my thesis statement is, in my opinion, I agree that exercise is the key to health, but I also believe diet is important. And then the rest of my essay is going to go on with me saying why I think diet is important. Are there any questions about that at this stage? Next week, we will practice this. Okay. So, last thing we're going to do this evening is this. Idiomatic expressions. Okay. I'll start at the other end of the list this time. Paula. Hello, Paula.
Hi.
Hi, Paula. Can you read the first expression for me, please?
Blow someone's mind, excite someone.
Yes, excite someone. Okay. Have you heard this expression before, Paula?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So you are familiar with this. So it's a very casual, informal expression. Can you give me an example sentence, Paula? Using blow your mind or blow someone's mind.
Example, like a sentence?
Yeah.
The new movie really blew my mind.
Yes, yes. Excellent, Paula. Absolutely. Exactly right. The new movie really blew my mind because the ideas in it were so exciting, or the scenery was really impressive. So it blew my mind. It really got me excited. Thank you, Paula. That was great. Gao Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you read the next one for me, please? Line 2.
Blonde of
The word is contention. Contention.
Part of contention, the
Correct.
source or subject of the disagreement.
Okay, that's very good. Good reading, Gao Khan. So bone of contention. Contention. So you pronounce it exactly how it is spelled. Remembering T-I-O-N is always pronounced shun in English. Okay, bone of contention. I will give you a sample sentence. My father's will was a bone of contention between members of the family. My father's will was a bone of contention between members of the family. It means it was the source or subject of a disagreement. What was in my father's will? All right, please tell me if these examples don't make sense. Kian.
Yes.
Okay, Kian, can you read number 3 for me, please?
Blue in the face.
Correct, blue in the face. Okay, it means you are really tired about something, usually really tired of something, tired of doing something. Can you give me an example, Kian? Yes or no, Kian? If you can't, don't worry. Okay. I studied English until I was blue in the face. All right. Could be an example of how that expression is used. All right. I argued with my mother until I was blue in the face. Is another example. All right. It just means that you are exhausted. You are tired of doing something and maybe also speechless. You've run out of words to say. Blue in the face. It's quite common, quite a common English expression. Blue in the face. Usually to do with arguing. Or I talked to the policeman until I was blue in the face. Something like that. Okay. Tone, can you read number 4, please?
On the midnight oil to study or go to late at night.
Okay, so I think this is quite a common one. Can you give me a sentence, please, Tone?
Yesterday yesterday I burned the midnight oil.
Yes, because you would normally have something else to follow that.
Or to study to do my homework.
Yes, close enough, Tone. You are right. Yesterday, I burnt the midnight oil. Good use of the word burnt too, by the way, Tone. You're correct to change the form of that word. Yesterday, I burnt the midnight oil because I had to study for my math test. Okay, Tone, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so burn the midnight oil. I'm sure most of you know this expression already. It just means you study or work late at night. Okay, Zung Ha.
Yes.
Okay, can you read the next one, please?
Sorry.
The one, yeah, after burn the midnight oil. What is the next one, Zung Ha?
Button your lip.
Yes.
To keep quiet.
Yes. Okay, so in English, button your lip is another way of telling someone to shut up. All right. All right. So can you give me a sentence, please, Sung Ha, using button your lip?
The classroom was too noisy. Can all the students button their lip?
Oh, very close, Sung Ha. Good try. Good try, Sung Ha. The classroom was too noisy. So can all the students please button your lips. All right. So the only thing you missed out, because you're talking about students, lips needs to be plural. Okay, Zungha?
Okay.
Okay, because you mentioned students, which is plural, lips also needs to be plural. It was the only mistake you made. Great example, Zungha. Really good. Okay, and the last one, Nam.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, last one, please.
Break a leg to wish
Yep.
someone good luck.
Have you heard this before, Nam?
I believe that I heard a couple of times that I don't really remember about.
Okay, so you are not unfamiliar with this. I don't know. I don't know where this expression comes from. Sorry. Probably if I looked on Wikipedia, I would find out. But quite often when you want to wish someone good luck in English, you say break a leg. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I don't know why. Right. I don't know why.
It's weird.
It's weird. You're right. It's weird to say break a leg to someone. Okay. That doesn't sound like good luck at all. All right.
Yeah,
but
it's
it is quite common. If you say that to someone in an English speaking country, they know straight away that you mean good luck.
Oh.
All right. And it's just a way, instead of if you're doing anything, if you have a math test tomorrow, someone could say to you, oh, you've got a math test tomorrow, Nam, break a leg. All right.
That doesn't sound really good.
It doesn't sound, I know. It doesn't, it sounds like it has nothing to do with it whatsoever, but it is a common expression in colloquial English. You're going to meet your girlfriend's parents tomorrow, break a leg, just good luck.
It doesn't sound really appropriate.
It doesn't sound very appropriate, but as I say, I don't know without looking at on Wikipedia what the origin of it is. Okay, but it is quite common to say break a leg to someone instead of saying good luck. Of course, you can just say good luck. All right. But if you want to say something really colloquial, people here will say break a leg.
Well, I learned a new one.
You learned a new one. I'm glad. Okay. All right. So everyone, that's the end for tonight. Can you please turn your cameras on so I can say good afternoon to you? There you go. Thank you. All right. Does anyone have any tests this week? Anyone have any tests?
I had 2 tests on Thursday and Friday.
Okay, what sort of tests were they, huh?
Geography and something. I forgot the subject.
Okay. Did they go okay, do you think? How did you
I did
you
well.
do?
I did well.
Okay, that's great. Good for you. All right. So it's too late for me to say break a leg. All right.
Oh, I still have a long way to go. I will take the final exam from 22 of December.
Right.
I believe I had like 7 subjects left.
Wow. So you do a lot of subjects.
Yeah.
All right. You're very busy. Nock, what about you? Do you have any tests or exams coming up?
Well, actually, I'm going to take a mathematics exam in Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, Nock, break a leg. All right.
Thank you.
Break a leg means good luck. All
Yeah,
right.
you can
good luck
use
with
this
the maths.
immediately.
Yes, you can. I can use this immediately. All right. All right. Hakan.
Hello?
Hakan. Yeah. What are you doing next week, Hakan? Anything special?
No, I think it's nothing special, I think.
Okay, nothing special. All right. Kian. Hello, Kian. Yeah. Can you leave your apartment to visit the shopping mall now in Hanoi?
Yes, because tomorrow we go to school, and so everything I can go out.
Okay, that's good. So it's safe to visit the shopping mall.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Okay, Zung Ha.
Yes,
Hi, Zung Ha. What are you doing this week?
I doing nothing because it's still COVID, so I just stay home and study online.
Okay, so you would say, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I think, did you say to me, I do nothing this week? I think you said
don't
I do.
remember.
Yeah, I think you said I do nothing. So you would say, I'm not doing anything, or I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. All right. That sounds a bit boring, Zung Ha. I hope you find something more interesting to do. All right. And Tone, what are you doing this week? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Tone, your internet connection isn't very good. Sorry, Tone, I can't hear you very well. Sorry. All right. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'll just leave you with one thing. And I went to see a new movie yesterday. Okay. It is called, I don't know if any of you have heard of it. It is called this. Have any of you heard of this?
Never heard of it.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, it's just out. It's a science fiction movie, a space movie. All right. So if
It's based
any-
on a novel, is it?
It is correct, based on a novel, which is about 50 years old. The book is about 50 years old. All right. And Dune, it's all about a planet which is covered in sand, hence the name Dune. Dune. In English, you talk about a sand dune, which is a big hill, a big mountain of sand. And so if any of you like science fiction, I know a couple of you do, at least, then this movie is well worth checking out. It's got lots of really great effects in it. All right. And lots of different armies from different planets fighting each other, if you like that sort of thing too. So that's my movie recommendation for this week is Dune. As I say,
Have
if
you
you like.
watched the last movie of 007?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I really enjoyed that too. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's really emotional at the end.
It is.
I love the
very,
movie.
Very sad when he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Mrs. Ha, have you got anything to say before we finish? Oh, sorry, your microphone is on mute.
Okay, so sorry. Okay, no, thank you very much. Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, all right. So thank you, everyone. And again, as always, I know you are very busy, so thank you for concentrating in this class. So your speeches are getting better. So thank you for that. And your paraphrasing, we are slowly improving as we go. So next week, as I say, I will give you some essay topics from the actual Ielts test, and I will get you to practice paraphrasing the questions. That's what we will work on next week. Okay, so again, thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you have a good week at school. Any of you who have got tests or exams, break a leg, all right? And I will see you next Sunday. Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Rick.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Eric. Oh, cool.
Chào con nha. Bye bye.